Everyone, and welcome back to Revs and Reviews. Today I have the 2026 Hyundai Kona SEL Premium all-wheel drive. Now the premium trim is going to give you a premium interior and some upgraded features as well. Now this one comes standard with those beautiful 18-inch alloyed wheels, which I like. Across the front, what's new for 2026 is you have the active shutter grille down below, your refreshed LED light bar across the dash, and then you have your LED lights down below, and then your halogen turn indicators down below as well. Now, I really do like the silver color on this one because it's like a dark silver, so it's almost like a gray. Now, with the SEL Premium trim, you're going to get your black mirror caps with your mirror indicators, which is nice. Keyless entry on your front two doors, as well as your trunk, which is nice. Now, also what's new for 2026 is going to be the fact that we get an updated light bar in the back and an updated LED indicator down here with your reverse light as well. And you have the nice Kona badge along the rear as well. Underneath the hood, we do get some impressive performance with this beautiful 1.6-liter GDI turbo engine pushing 190 horsepower, 195 pound-feet of torque, all-wheel drive at 25 in the city, 28 on the highway, and this Hyundai Kona can tow up to 2,000 pounds, which is pretty impressive. Now, overall, I really do have to say, I love the Hyundai Kona, and honestly, I really do like our roof rails that we have up top. We don't get a sunroof with the SEL Premium, but you can add a sunroof. Now, again, I just really like the Hyundai Kona. I like the overall design, I like the modern design, and I kind of like that funky design with it as well. Now, we get tons of tech on the interior and updated tech for our interior, so let's hop inside and go over all of our tech features on the inside. Moving along to our interior here, we get this nice black leather door panel with the SEL Premium trim. We have our mirror controls and a pretty big cup holder down below. Now, moving to our seats, we do get new seating material, and we get the 8-way power adjustable seat for the driver and a manual seat for the passenger, but they are both heated, which is nice, and they are both super comfortable with that updated leather. Now, another new thing we get is standard 12.3-inch displays for your driver and then your infotainment screen as well. And like I said, no sunroof unfortunately, but we do get some upgraded safety features and features on the interior. Alright, now moving along to our interior here, I do have to say I love the upscale feel of this interior. So your SEL trim starts out as a regular SEL trim, but then if you go for the premium trim, you get more premium upgrades like the heated seats and then that upgraded interior. And what's nice is on the SEL trim and the SEL Premium, you are getting the standard 12.3-inch displays across the dashboard, which I do think is a great feature. Now, as far as everything else that's new for 2026, we are getting the digital key too, which means you can use your phone as the key. You can also use the little wristband that they give you as the key as well, which is nice. Now, of course, as well, we are getting some new trim levels as well. So we also have a sport trim this year, which is going to give us black wheels, which I like, and it is a little bit more of a sporty design, which I like. Now, as far as more stuff here on the interior, we get a wireless charging pad with our two USB-C ports and our 12-volt port. Along with that, we get our dual climate as well as our heated seats, which is nice. No ventilated seats. I would have liked to see ventilated seats, but unfortunately, we do not get ventilated seats. Now, down here, we also do get our drive mode selector as well as our camera view, which is nice. You only get your standard rear view camera. You do not get a 360 camera. You have your heated seat controls right here, your drive mode selector right here, and then you can lock your differential right there for your all-wheel drive. And then with our different drive modes, we are going to get normal, sport, and snow. And with each and every drive mode, you can customize the different screen theme that you get on here. Now, if we zoom in over here and we go over here, so we do get adaptive cruise control with lane keep assist, lane follow assist. The adaptive cruise control has the auto stop start, so it will resume and stop for you if the vehicle in front of you stops, which is nice. Along with that, we do get the blind spot monitors with collision avoidance. So unfortunately, we don't get the cameras in the mirrors, but we do get collision avoidance. So if you are merging over and there's a vehicle in your blind spot and you ignore that warning that it gives you, it will nudge you back into your lane because there is a vehicle that you are going to hit in your lane, which I do think is a great feature. Now, along with that, we also do get a safe exit warning. So our safe exit warning basically means if there is a car coming up behind us or on the side of us, that basically the vehicle will lock the door until that vehicle passes by and it is safe to exit the vehicle. Now, along with that, not only that, but we also get our forward collision, our rear parking sensors, our rear cross traffic alert, and then, of course, that safe exit alert also works for our rear seats, which I do think is great if you do have kids. So to activate your adaptive cruise control, you're just going to press the cruise control button. It's going to tell me it's not available right now because of the fact that we are not going at any speed. You can use your gap adjust right here. You have your active drive assist right here, which keeps you in your lane and keeps you centered in your lane. This little info button will basically change your different information here. So you have your current trip. You can see your since refueling, since last reset, your tire pressure, your power distribution between all your tires, and then if you press it one more time, it goes back to your driving settings, which is nice, or your driver assistance, I should say. And then you can also go back here and you can hold to reset everything, and then you can also press OK for all your different settings. So if we press our OK button here, we can press our OK and we can see our different options that it will give us. So we have our different driver assistance settings over here. So basically we can adjust all of our driver assistance, like our forward collision warning, and then our speed limit recognition, and then our parking sensors and everything else. We can adjust the volume of that and adjust everything like that. Now, as far as different themes for this screen, if we just press our home button on this screen over here, we slide over, press setup, and then we go into our, we got to go back here, setup, and then our cluster theme, and then we have our simple theme, and then we also have our modern theme, and then our classic theme, and then we have style A, B, and then we have style C. Now, with each and every different style, you will get a different type of gauge cluster, which I do think is nice. So with all those different gauge clusters and customizations, it does make it fun to customize, which I do like. Now, along with that, we are also going to get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is standard. We have our valet mode, our phone projection, our vehicle diagnostic, our service maintenance history, and then we also have our online manual. If we go back into here, we have our different buttons. So this little star button and then mode button, you can customize those two buttons to your liking. So if I want to press the star button here, it will ask me what I want this to be. So if I want that to be our display on and off, I can press it again, and it will turn that display off, which I do think is a useful feature, which is nice. You can also set that for different presets as well, like your driver assistance settings, your reject and receive calls, your home button. You can also turn that into our quiet mode, and you can also turn the radio off with that button. I'm going to leave it on the display on and off. Now with our mode button, you can press the mode button for basically all your different AM, FM, Sirius XM, phone projection, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. That way you don't have to use the screen and you can just push the button and it will automatically switch over, which is nice. Now along with that, the audio system in here is not a premium audio sound system. Even though this is the SEL Premium, you do not get an upgraded audio sound system, but the audio sound system still does sound pretty amazing. I can't share here on YouTube because unfortunately I will get copyrighted. Now another thing that you do get is these silver plated paddle shifters, which are fun to use. Now another thing that is new in all Hyundai vehicles is going to be your shifter. So your shifter is right down here, and you push it forward to go into drive, you push it backwards to go into reverse, and then your backup camera will appear. And then to put it into neutral, you just hold in the middle here, and then it will shift into neutral for us. And then to put it into park, just press park, and it is in park, which I do think is a interesting type of feature, and I do kind of like the funkiness of the shifter, which is nice. Now, like I did mention before, we get the dual climate control, which is nice, and we get those upgraded screen clusters, which are nice. And honestly, I gotta say, it's a very nice interior, even though it doesn't have a sunroof or anything. It's still a nice vehicle on the interior here. It has tons of safety features, and I mean, for $30,000 in this upgraded SEL Premium trim, I gotta say, you're getting a lot of stuff for $30,000, which is pretty impressive. Now, up front here, we do get some impressive legroom with 41.7 inches of legroom. Our rear seats are upgraded to 38.2 inches of legroom, and then we have even more cargo space, which I also do think is a great feature as well. Now, we also do get interior accent lighting. We don't get ambient lighting, but we do get accent lighting, which is just a standard like blue color. And unfortunately, you cannot change that color, which is kind of a bummer. I would have liked to seen different colors for our ambient lighting, but unfortunately, we do not get that option. Now, of course, if we upgrade to like the N line or any other higher trim, we will get more ambient lighting features, We're also going to get more features in general and more upgraded interior quality features, and we're also going to get more safety features as well, which is nice. Now, another thing that I noticed is these interesting cup holders down here. So these cup holders fold in and out, which I do think is kind of an interesting type of design. So we can have that all open, which I do think is great if you do have like a Stanley cup that you want to put there. But if you just want one of these cup holders, they'll just pop out like that, which I do think is an interesting type of feature because I haven't really seen that in vehicles lately. I do think the Kia K4 has this and the K5, but I do think that is an interesting feature. Now, of course, we do have a center console here with a little storage cubby, which can be removed to reveal more storage space, which is nice. I do have to say this armrest is pretty hard. It's not the best quality, but it is still a armrest. Now, I do like all the hard plastic in this center area here because it's not gloss black, and honestly, it probably is better than gloss black, which I like. But overall, I really do like the upscale interior here in the Hyundai Kona. But let's hop into the back seats and see if a 6-foot tall person can fit comfortably back there with our 38.2 inches of legroom. Moving along to our rear seats here, we get that same type of door panel with that leather door panel, a pretty big cup holder down below, and our window control right there. Back here, these seats are not heated, but they are very comfortable leather seats with our 2 cup holders in the middle, which is nice. We don't have a pocket on that side, but we do have a pocket on that side. We have 2 USB-C vents, and then also we have two rear AC climate vents, which I do think is nice. Now, of course, I would have liked to seen a sunroof because the sunroof would make it feel a little bit more spacious, but let's hop back here and see if a 6-foot tall person can fit comfortably back here. Hopping into the back seats here, I do have to say it is a very comfortable rear seat area. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a ton of legroom. As you can see, my legs are kind of up against the seat, but I do like the fact that this is hard plastic on the back of the seat in case you do have kids and they do wind up kicking this part of the seat, which I think would be kind of unfortunate because it might scratch easily, but it might just get a little bit dirty. But having that plastic kind of protects our leather seat, which is nice. Now, as far as height back here, I do have tons of headroom back here, and I do have to say it is a very comfortable rear seat. Obviously, they're not heated seats back here, which is kind of unfortunate, but they are still very comfortable seats, and it does give you a nice view of those 12.3-inch displays up front as well. But overall, a very spacious interior, a very comfortable interior. Let's hop into the cargo area and see how much junk we can fit in the trunk. Moving to the rear end of the Hyundai Kona here, we do not get a power liftgate, we get a manual liftgate, but it does have keyless entry. Now, with our seats up back here, we get about 25.5 cubic feet of space, which is nice. With our seats down, we're getting about 62.2 cubic feet of space, which is pretty spacious. Now, a couple of upgrades that this vehicle does have doesn't apply to the vehicle itself, but it's more of the accessory. So we get this nice cargo shade right here. We also get our Hyundai first aid kit. We also get a tire inflator, which is nice. We have our emergency kit, and then we also have our weather kit right here as well, and those carpeted floor mats, which I do think is nice. Now, as far as ports back here, we don't really get any charging ports back here, so there's not a 12-volt back here, but we do get some nice lighting accents as well. And to fold down those seats, they do a 60-40 split, and you can fold them down from the second row and opening the back doors and just folding them down, which I do think is nice. But overall, I really do like the Hyundai Kona, so let's go over my honest opinions. Now, overall, for just under $30,000, I do have to say the Hyundai Kona is a great looking vehicle. It's a great vehicle in general. It has a lot of upgraded features on the interior, and the SEL Premium trim is just in between your top of the line trim and your base model trim. So you're kind of getting all the features that you really need, which is a great price point for that $30,000. But let me know down in the comments down below, do you think the Hyundai Kona is worth $30,000, or would you kind of consider a Nissan Kicks or something in that area? Because honestly, it kind of does look like a Nissan Kicks, but the Nissan Kicks does have a CVT, which is kind of the deal breaker. But overall, I really do like the Hyundai Kona. Let me know what you think down in the comments down below. And before I end the review, a huge thank you to Van Horn Hyundai of Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, for letting me come out and review this beautiful 2026 Hyundai Kona SEL Premium all-wheel drive. Have a great day, everyone, and I will see you guys in the next review.